Hey students, in DBMS I already discussed introduction to DBMS, ER model, functional dependency and normalization. Next is chapter 3 where I will discuss SQL. In SQL mainly I will discuss 3 parts. First is introduction to SQL, intermediate SQL and advanced SQL. Let's first discuss introduction to SQL. SQL was developed by IBM in early 1970. Initially it was called as SQL. And later it evolved and called as SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. The SQL language have different parts, mainly 2 types. One is DDL, another is DML. DDL stands for Data Definition Language. DML stands for Data Manipulation Language. By DDL, we should able to define it, whereas by DML, we should able to manipulate it. The SQL DDL provide command for defining relation schema, deleting relation and modifying relation schema. So we can define, we can delete and we can modify. Whereas by DML, we should able to insert into the database. Then we can delete tuple and we can modify tuple in the database. Just to understand the difference, in DDL we can delete the whole relation, whereas in DML we can delete some tuple, some row we can delete, we can modify some row, we can delete some row and we can insert. So DML is working on each row, whereas DDL is working on the whole relation. We can define the relation. What should be data type, what should be integration, all this we can define in DDL. Next is integrity, that is a part of DDL. We should add the integrity constraint at the DDL and data stored in the database should able to satisfy that integrity constraint. And we cannot update that integrity. Updation of integrity is a violation. So whatever is defined in the DDL, that will be final. We cannot update that. Next is view. In DDL, we can write the command for defining view. So integrity and view both are part of DDL. Next is transaction control. SQL include the command for specifying the beginning and ending of the transaction. When it should start and when it should finish. That's about transaction control. Next is embedded SQL and dynamic SQL. We should able to use SQL in the programming language. How can add SQL in programming language like C, C++ and Java? How can embed the SQL in the programming language? That's all about embedded SQL and dynamic SQL. Next is authorization. SQL DDL include command for specifying access right to relation and view. Who can access that relation, that we can mention in the authorization. Now SQL data definition. In data definition, we should able to define the relation. We also include the schema for each relation, the type of value associated with each relation, its data type, the integrity constraint that we should write in the DDL, then the set of indices to be mentioned in each relation, the security and authorization information for each relation, the physical storage structure where we'll store that database that we should mention in the DDL. So DDL include specification of schema, the data type, integrity constraint, indices, security and authorization and physical storage information. So all these things we should include in the DDL. In today's lecture I discussed introduction to SQL, type of SQL, one is DDL, another is DML, then SQL data definition. In next lecture, I will discuss basic data type. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.